Seems like most people have a fear of spiders. They either want to run in terror or try to kill it as quickly as possible. Our response in this case is the latter. I don't think you can run from boss fights even, so we're going to try to knock this spider down. Now, the thing is, I walked into this battle, and look at my MP across the board. My Templar is just about completely out except for one. And the Marksman is low, the Bard is low, the Mystic is low. I'm going to use the Bard's tempo jump ability to try to increase my party speed so I can start dropping a lot of physical damage. And we're also going to debuff the enemy's defense, the spider's defense with the Marksman's ability, and I think that's a good use of some mana points. In this case, without some heals to do yet, my Mystic just straight up attacked. And we're going to tempo jump again. Now look at how much MP that uses. He's down to 10. I can't use it again unless I use a magic vial with him or something like that. But we've got some pretty good rate of attack now going for my guys. And hey, Mystic. Way to go, Mystic. And it looks like the Marksman's Crisis Strike is just about charged. So that's going to help us out. Great Ancient Arachnoid does a massive leg bite and gets all of us. Now it's time for some desperation heals. Only problem is this heal does a small amount. And I don't want to lose my healer, so I decided to fill her up first. And we're going to use a couple of our potions and just try to bring the Marksman back in the fight. Now here's the thing, the Marksman has that cocoon shirt and she just did terrible damage. Well, 3,000, I mean, that's pretty good damage. Let's downgrade that to pretty good with the Super Gauge Blast. And he just tried to mesmerize, which I think I'm immune to because it didn't seem to take effect. It must be one of those rings that I have attached. And man, the Bard is doing really great too. So all in all, well, we're going to see what he does with his next attack because so far I'm feeling pretty good. I've got a fair amount of health. Now, here we go with Aria of Ancients, and this is going to boost our damage way up there, both magic and physical attack. So I kind of think we're going to knock this guy out pretty fast because he's only had that one good group attack on us, and we've been just dropping attack after attack. And the Bard is going to... See, he keeps getting a critical attack. He did last time as well, so he's doing really great. And now we have Crusader's Call, and this is doubled. So we're gonna unload some serious damage. Sure enough, it's enough to take him down. And look at this, 15,000 experience. I think some of my guys might even double level because we were so close, and a lot of gold as well. No, very close. Not quite a double level, but very close. Now, I feel like my luck is a bit lacking with the Marksman. I want to see more critical hits and stuff happen, and also whatever random things that boosts, I want to add a few more points to it at least, or at least maybe one more point. Increase our survivability as well, so put some stamina. I'm kind of thinking of doing the same thing with the Templar, but he's been doing pretty great, so maybe just boost his primary attributes. His dexterity could use a boost, so we'll go with that this time. And if we're going to be using more abilities with the Bard that cost us MP, we're going to have to increase intelligence slowly, so I'm going to just slowly bring that up. And the Mystic, for those times when she does do physical attacks, I'm going to increase dexterity a little bit and just keep boosting the MP, a little bit of stamina. Well, here's the Armanore. I feel like it's a trap, after the magician showed up and snatched the first stone. I'm like, are they really going to give this to us? Okay, I guess they are. So there's no warp back down the hill or anything, so I better throw down a save. Because I think we have to hike all the way back down this mountain. Okay, well, let's go ahead and get to it. The path looks pretty confusing. It seems like there's a lot of texture and levels and elements and stuff here, places you could go. In fact, it's fairly straightforward. If you just start going, you'll figure out the way to go. And if we're going to be using more abilities with the Bard that cost us MP, we're going to have to increase intelligence slowly, so I'm going to just slowly bring that up. And the Mystic, for those times when she does do physical attacks, I'm going to increase dexterity a little bit and just keep boosting the MP, a little bit of stamina. Well, here's the Armanore. I feel like it's a trap, after the magician showed up and snatched the first stone. I'm like, are they really going to give this to us? Okay, I guess they are. So there's no warp back down the hill or anything, so I better throw down a save. Because I think we have to hike all the way back down this mountain. And here we go with some more talking. I hope you watched the last video and learned all the cool details about talking. That these things are actually beasts in real life, and they're actually aggressive in real life, but they're a cross between the goat and the antelope. I thought that was kind of cool. They have the horns like this. This drawing, they sort of represent buffalo, so I called them that for a long time, and I finally decided, at least, can I find out if these things are some kind of real creatures or something? Because I wanted to know how to pronounce their name. But anyway, a party of them is pretty stout, and they rely mostly on, well, seems like only on physical damage, straight up. So, normally I lullaby a bunch of them with the bard. The bard actually got a stun on one of them with his whips that time. So I'm just going to keep picking on him until I can knock him down. And again, my character's all leveled. So we're like full and ready to go. So I'm just going to straight up attack. And hopefully the lullaby takes effect. Yeah, one of them finally. But we pretty much cleared out the rest of them before the sleep even was useful. These guys love to buff their attack and their accuracy to make sure that they hit you hard and they don't miss. But we're getting basically over-leveled for them. We can take out a party of them without too much worry, unless you're damaged up already from previous stuff. The Templar keeps jumping around, slurping up damage rather than letting it hit other people, which was one of the coolest things that he does. And I was informed by a friend of mine that you can actually adjust that. You can go into his menu and decide whether he's going to block for everybody. And we'll have to take a look at that sometime and play around with that. But right now, I just like it when he blocks for everybody, or the two characters beside him. So here we go with a second level right away, and this is pretty sweet. It's hopefully setting me up to be in good shape for the next zone, because we're done here. We're gonna head down this mountain as fast as we can. And again, I'm sneaking luck up a little bit on my characters because I've pretty much neglected it and I feel like it's too low. And we'll just keep enjoying the mountain music. I was curious what's over here, so I wanted to see. And instead we run into a whole bunch more talking. Ouch, critical the Templar for 300. Going to have to spend some on heals, and I'm gonna lullaby again. No sense taking a ton of excess damage when I can sleep a bunch of them. But we're doing okay. The bard, I think, needs to attack that one. Templar finally has enough points to cleave regularly, and that's not quite enough damage. That's the thing about the Templar. He's awesome defensively and consistently just slightly underpowered offensively when it comes to just cleaning out parties. Like, he's not quite the super damage dealer. He's a bit balanced between defense and damage, as far as I understand him, at least, or at least the way I've built him, I guess. You always want him to do just that little bit extra more to be able to like clean those two guys out in the cleave. Seems like he's consistently just slightly under the threshold of clearing guys out really fast. Okay, we'll keep him healed up though, because he's doing such a good job of keeping the guys beside him alive. And I wonder how it would affect things if I actually put the cocoon shirt on him, so that I don't have to constantly focus my heal directly on him since he's blocking so much. But that's something we can play with later as well. Finally got the last two asleep, and I'm definitely not going to use the Mystic's Crisis Strike to make everybody lose their turn, since they're already losing their turns. This won't be enough to take him out, pretty sure. Nope. but we can unload a whole nother round on him before he comes up again. Their speed's not that high. They could be pretty deadly, I think, if their speed was really high. That'd be kind of funny to see a whole party of them just with nasty speed just butt you to death. Bam, 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 bam. Okay, just gotta heal up the Templar a little bit. Or I can let it ride. Okay, a box. A purity pin. Interesting. This is definitely worth coming over here. 100 poison and 25 dark. So that's probably going to be used in a specific situation. I don't really want to give up any of the items I have right now, so we'll keep an eye out for that thing's use. And let's see who run into this time. Wow. Okay, a whole bunch of Solar Hawks and these poisoning flowers which stack some kind of poison on you. We've got to get rid of those guys first. And those Hawks could have re-healed them right there. That would have been pretty tough. But good thing we saved up the Crisis Strikes so they all lose their turn and we can focus down these flowers, because that's just fortuitous timing, you know, it's just good luck to have that ready so that I can get rid of those flowers, because a bunch of Solar Hawks healing them and them dropping all kinds of poison on you would just be quite a deadly combination. And also the Crusader's Call is loaded, so that's really good too. The Solar Hawks have been focusing on pretty much physical attacks this time. Really surprised that they haven't been dropping heals like crazy. Nice, and super gauge is up as well. I came into this fight pretty... What? It didn't kill him. And here they go with the heals. Okay, well that's not too bad. I can... I'm gonna lullaby one of them. Charm instead, because his turn's coming up. And I don't want him to poison my whole group, so we're going to at least charm that flower. And I think I want to charm one of the Solar Hawks. So we'll look for a chance to do that. Only problem is I've turned off the sleep. So. And there they go with the heals, and critical heals on one guy as well. So it makes for an interesting fight, that's for sure. Okay, let's see what this flower does. Oh, he just keeps it physically attacking them. I was kind of hoping he'd like poison the whole enemy party. It would be sweet. And they pretty much erased a ton of the damage that I've done to them. And we're going to charm one of the Hawks this time. Only thing is we got to get rid of that flower now. Ooh, nice. He's gone. Okay. Charmed Hawks attacking the other Hawks. Good deal. We'll see if I can do more damage than they can heal. And they do spend a lot of their attacks on physical attacks, so... A lot of their turns, I should say, on physical attacks, which has been good. And there we go. Nice. The Hawk filled us right back up, so... Kind of enjoying these guys like the Water Bears. Now, the Water Bears, those were awesome. You charm them, you get them on your team, and you gained some massive amounts of ability to survive when you were in the sunken caverns. But, by the way, speaking of Water Bears, do yourself a favor and look them up on YouTube, because those things are incredible. Probably one of the most survivable creatures on the planet. There's a video that talks about what they can endure, what they can survive, and it's ridiculous. They can survive like 300 degrees below zero and 300 degrees above when they go into their cocoon state, and it's insane. Those things are crazy. So yeah, they're kind of our pet, maybe our favorite pet from the game so far. Solar Hawks taking a close second. And a decent amount of golden experience and more levels. So this is really great. All right. We're going to finish our trek down the mountain after we throw some points down in the next video, since we're just about out of time. See you after the break.